Greetings, dear suckers. My name's Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And welcome back to Sunless Rewritten, where we're off to plunder the heart of Culicida. Well, we will in a couple more voyages anyway. And let's see if we can't plunder a few of the veins in the process. This metaphor is getting away from me. Let's just go. I hope I didn't forget anything. We forgot the doll! No, I kid. Wrong game. Wrong universe. Could pick up a port report from Claiborne Place as well along the way. Ignore. Maybe once we get our pages up a little higher from this, we can do that. Ooh. Wow, you are unobservant. I don't even have that high veils. Then again, I guess he doesn't have very high mirrors. Which I assume is what determines how fast these guys will notice you. Or... I actually have no idea how enemy stats work now that I think about it. Do they even have stats like me? Who can say? This time, let's record any observations, since we've got a bit of a full hold. We can finally check out this mechanic. Desperate innovations. These pirates have done perverse and perilous things to keep their engine to their... These pirates have done perverse and perilous things to their engine to keep it running at such a pace. You probably don't want to do those things, but you can learn from them. Got 5 fragments and 1 nautical observation. Your ship isn't the only one that's full of secrets. What are nautical observations? Well, you'll compile enough of them, 10 for instance, then sink another ship and, well, you'll see. Okay. We're gonna be gaining a fair bit of terror doing this. But that's why we cut it down to only 2 visits. And hey, maybe we'll be lucky. Like so. A better way. Wood smoke. That's what the swarm fears. You use the candle as the base of a flame, lighting a piece of scrap wood until it catches. Smoldering fragment in hand, you head inland. The swarm surrounds you in seconds, but you keep the smoke close, and none fly near enough to bite. You make it to the first, dome-shaped building entirely intact, just as your lifeline sputters out. Ooh. Neat. Anyway, let's pick up that... Do I have the whole space for swarm spice? Sure hope I do. Anyway. Now we can do this. And while we're here, we can start exploring the rest of the tunnels. The Desperate Church. A place of frenzied worship. Your search begins aimlessly, taking turns at random, but soon the sounds of rapid chanting draw you to somewhere you've never been before. Is that the same? Maybe. No, probably not. The walls are a honeycomb of kennels, most of which are empty. A few contain something decaying. Dozens of trinkets hang on chains from the low ceiling. Collars, exercise wheels, feeding bowls. In the center of the room, an outrageous seer leads her congregation in a chant around a dead rat. Speak to the outrageous seer. She knits while chanting, and taps her feet to a third, altogether different beat. Multitasking. While speaking to you, she scribes notes with one hand and waves a baton with the other. There's gods in all things, she says. The living, the dead, everything in between and beyond. Pay them enough attention, and the god can grant anything a soul. Gabriel proved that when he uplifted the Umwelt dynasty. Given the right motivation, anything can be brought to life. Or back to life. She glances back at her congregation. Is a theory, anyway. We've yet to... Oh, excuse me. She marches briskly across the room, straightens the display, then rejoins the chanting. Culicida, small gods, love transcends life. I wish them the best in that. Certainly. Romantic literature and violent ink. Well, I have neither of those. I know where to get both of them, though. North and south. Anyway. Ding. 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 And... ding. Now we just need 8 and 9. And let's get this, why not? And somehow, despite the whole thing here being figuring out the actual way to get past the swarm with wood smoke, I have to succeed in that challenge again to do that again, because I guess I lost the information from my mind or something. I don't know how that works, but that's how it works. Anyway. To Blemaglug, then back to... Did I get a port report? Shit. Here we go. Huh? Ooh. Ooh, here we go. We're gonna need this. Why? Well, why do you think? Same reason we need to kill every other Z beast on the map. Heart. I'll only need one, the noxious butcher promises. Heart obtained. It takes a long time of prodding and measuring and, to your horror, tasting to find a suitable bat corpse. But she does at least organize the bodies into helpful little piles. At long last, she selects the winner and scurries off with it, leaving your crew to clean up. Another heart? Heart of a bat. Done and dusted. Oh, I should be recording these, which ones I've already done. Watch the ship for me, will you, so I don't crash? Hang on. Bat swarm and... Ah, good. Oh, I was nowhere near crashing. Oh, shit. Hello. Fancy meeting you around here. Encountering a lot of these lately. Oh, 1 HP, you bastard! Anyway. More observations? Or one more observation. Ignore. Odds are getting better though. Look at that, pages. 37 already. Considering I started at 25, like everyone else. Pretty neat. Okay. Now we need 17. I'll get 20. Just so we have some more for wherever else we go next. And while we're here, let's swing by Hermitage to offload this swarm spice and figure out what the heck is the deal with Hermitage. Well... Oh, shit. Whoops. Bit of a slip of the finger there, but we wrote it out. Ah, this bastard. Ah, crap. You may notice the name, Amigara Harbor, and the whole thing of the people being in the holes and all that. That's apparently because this is all a reference to the enigma of Amigara Fault, as you may know if you saw the comments of one of my previous videos. Hey Aniagon, having fun? I'll bet. Anyway. Alright, Blemigans. Didn't do that last time. Hope that won't cause me trouble. A Blemigan. You set up your trap some distance up the rock face and wait. Soon, a rotund Blemigan pops out of a jelly-filled hole, followed by the head and elongated neck of a shrieking hermit. How long was that down there with me? She gasps. Elongated neck, yeah. Like I said. Anyway. I'm not certain about the face who weeps, though. I don't know what exactly that's a reference to, if it is a reference. But here you go, Swarm Spice. Yes. Yes. The protruding head opens its mouth expectantly at your approach. Hesitantly, you tip a little of the spice onto the outstretched tongue, and the whole wall of flesh shudders. Wall of flesh, dear God. Small, dark shapes rise, then pass through the translucent surface, blinking and sliding down the liquid skin. More! The face gurgles. You go through an entire box in this manner, an eager Zailer collecting the eyeballs that sweat through the wall. The trapped hermit at last sighs, its milky eyes sliding closed. Ah. Satiation. Thank you, traveler. I have a tale, if you are so inclined to hear it. I don't know how to gurgle. Whatever. Jellied eyeball, considered a delicacy. Sailors who've lost eyes use these as replacements. Pleasant. Listen a while. I am the face of who weeps, the engulfed hermit says. In my core, there is an agony. I seek sensations for fulfillment, for distraction, and perhaps for the strength to draw it out. Okay. Is that a metaphor? Or what? 5 more flavors and I will be ready. Soup, salt, sweetest honey, something exotic, something grown, and and an egg. The egg of a distant star. Payment in tails, and my own flesh. Well, I had Zoop. I'll have to get back to you on that. But I do have a Judgment's egg. And I do have Sunless fruit. I guess I can do that, whatever this is for. Feed the face a Judgment's egg. What fate! To be so small, to have such vastness within. I know what it is to be an egg. I will eclipse them all someday. Good for you. They could use a bit of eclipsing. You dare not crack it. The face swallows the egg whole, turning its interior a blinding white. A secret and 9 jellied eyeballs. Yeah! Fortunately, those don't cost hold space. It would be weird if one eyeball cost an entire... well... Anyway, Sunless fruit. Grown. Grown as I will grow, until every crack is filled, every crevice, and then... The face swallows the fruit whole. It makes no sound itself, but sighs of satisfaction can be heard from all directions. Gorgeous, it intones. I will slumber well. Do you find it strange that the Umwelt do not deign to visit me themselves? They, above all others, fear what I will become. Interesting. What else do we need, huh? Sweetest honey? Presumably prisoner's honey. Soup and salt. I'm assuming they're not talking about red honey. That would be... that would take a bit of doing. And this, despite the image, I think is actually muter salt, as the name kind of implies. Which means I may very well need an extra bit of Zoop, because last time I checked, the best way to get that was from the Kraken shoot, and you trade a Zoop for it, so... well, we'll see. With a bit of luck, we might be finishing that storyline real quick. Thank you, Church of Incrementation. You're a pal. Oh dear. Bloody spectral destroyers everywhere. Think I'm gonna need to stop off at London before going to Culicida and looking at those supplies. That's just fine. I can drop off some of these port reports. With the how much cargo space I can hold, I can probably drop off all of them. Just a vanilla thing. Only dock in there because there's because of the slight risk of crashes. Whew. There you go. Ooh, increased to 3. We can provide romantic literature. It must be an awfully lonely station. Perhaps the caress of a page may ease that. Caress of a page. Well, I've got some romantic literature at home. it's not like one single bit of it is doing me much good at the moment, so yeah. Every time it freezes like that, I'm afraid it's gonna crash. Alright, nothing to hide. I can pick up another recruit. The Shrunken Hero. What ho, friend? No autographs, please. I'm here incognito. Shrunken Hero? Welcome aboard. Good on ya. Must be a dream come true, working with an old living legend like me, eh? Don't let the wrinkles fool you. I've still got it. You've never heard of this person before in your life. What use is a legend that nobody's heard of? Heh. Shrunken, eh? More ways than one, I suppose. Ooh. Might be trading veils for fair bit more iron than pages. Maybe. I need the veils more at the moment, though. I'd like to retire there myself someday, once London's future is secured. The old Magnanary, you were a gracious guest, I hope. Mayhap. And the Gallery of Sentences. Whatever do the masters see in that place? I don't know. I have no idea what the masters are thinking at any point in time. To be quite frank. You, and... Can even... Oh, I forgot to drop off this blem again. God damn it. Whoops. Oh well. Uh-oh. Shit! No, I'll keep that and drop that. Whoops. It immediately bit me in the ass that I didn't drop him off. God. Oh well. No more carousing, I suppose. What? Huh? What? Huh? Huh? Okay, I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to be how that works. Whatever. What? Huh? Enneagon, I think I found a bug. Okay then. That's entirely not how that's supposed to work. I can trade this for an unread log, but why? Anyway. At any rate, finally finish up here. Get the last, deliver the last of the fungal water to here. What the? Jeez, even in the London area itself, we've got to deal with those buggers popping up everywhere. Aggravating. I don't know what is it. I don't know what it is that's up with those guys that cause them to spawn everywhere. Okay. Damn, didn't get lucky twice in a row. Oh well. Probably not worth it. Alright. The anti-church. Sounds of furious shouting draws you to somewhere you've never been before. The church against churches. Sounds like a fun time. A crumbling atrium now serves as the meeting place. Should that be one word? I don't think that should be one word. For a trio of angry-looking men in black robes. They take it in turns to give shouting, incoherent sermons to the other two, which within seconds break it down into arguments. Judging by the carvings in the rubble, this was once a place of worship of a very different kind. Listen to a sermon from the furious bishops. They're all desperate for a new audience. Observations and obscenities. The gate is controlled by a guild of actors who... Poppycock! This so-called Gabriel was a mass hallucination, as was... Talking f***ing plants? Who ever heard of that? Humans, not these so-called higher beings, were meant to rule the Neath. On this final point, if nothing else, the bishops are able to agree. Fair enough. The smallest turns to you. Now you understand, he says. Do I? A great deal must be undone before the true work can begin. The great undoing. All undoing is doing, really, and vice versa, if you don't think about it too hard. Except a pearl of light for destruction. On the reef of sea glass, there is a cave where, it is said, the truth can be revealed through the destruction of the profane. We have no ship to take us there, but we have cash. Will you accept this commission? Apparently I can't. Not yet. Alright. Not much to do there, but there is something to do here. More growth, and one final thing. And one final thing, I hope. Follow the studious dandelion's directions. I knew it! The flower flaps its leaves excitedly. I'm at the core. Will you follow my path? I want to be proven right. Okay. Sounds fun. Almost disappointingly easy. Left, right, left, left, straight. There's no more terror to be found here, not when the solution is so simple. Just the way I like it. At long last, the corridors expand. You flinch back as you realize that the circle in the center of the maze is not a dome, but a courtyard, open to the air. But here, the buzzing has faded. The swarm leaves this place alone. Speed is relative. Culicida's center. Its heart, if you will. It's quiet here, in the eye of a living hurricane. A fruit-laden tree overhangs a placid pool in the center of the courtyard. Long grass has overgrown wooden benches on all sides. You feel at peace. 3 options here. We can only choose one, I believe. We can simply rest a while. This place wasn't meant to be disturbed. It always was. Meant to be disturbed? The bench has softened from age, reinforced by thick grasses. You rest and find your head nodding, eyes closing. A dream. Is it a dream? You watch from below as an unimaginably vast shape reaches down, shaping the lost city around you. Towers rise, careful fingers shaping every detail, down to the waving flags at their tips. Tunnels puff up from the ground around you in a complex sigil. Plants are lowered and placed with the utmost care. And a shining bead of light, almost carelessly, drops into your lap. When sense returns to you, you're staggering out of the maze. You pinch yourself. This is real as far as you're able to discern. The shining bauble in your pocket? A family heirloom, which you had inconveniently forgotten about until just now. Indeed. That gives a captivating treasure and reduces terror. On the other hand... Oh, fuck. Uh-oh. Oh, fuck! Hang on, I'm gonna need to do some save editing. Sometimes the save function works perfectly fine with this sort of shit, and sometimes it just decides, no, you die now. A functional and flexible save system is possibly the most important thing a game can have, to be quite honest. Which is why it astonishes me how many games just don't bother to even try. But oh well, I can handle this. Don't crash, don't crash. Yeah. Integration. Shit, I put the wrong number in, damn it. There we go. Gaze into the pool. Your reflection is very tempting. Beneath. The pool is a translucent mirror, reflecting you from above and the waving fronds below its surface. You see yourself framed by plant life, the moving weeds appearing to sprout from your skin and clothing. The reflection winks and steps toward you. There is a hideous moment of blackness, and when your senses return, you are emerging, panting from the maze. Your lungs burn, you feel damp. How certain are you that the you who entered the courtyard was the you who left? Pretty certain. Alternatively, one last time, hopefully this doesn't crash. Good, good. We can pluck a fruit from the tree. If anyone asks, you can always claim a snake goaded you into it. Cast out. The plump, round fruit. The plump, round fruits hang low. It is no difficulty at all to grasp one. But no sooner does the stem break than a roaring fills your ears. A swarm descends like a dam bursting, sending you fleeing back to the tunnels with your prize cradled in your hand. There's a sound of cracking stone, and rocks fall behind you. The courtyard is lost. Was it worth it? Good question. This might actually be the scarcest of the three, but on the other hand, it's also the one with the least uses. Now, granted, one of those uses is something I can do right now. This. To the heart of the woods, but searing enigmas, meanwhile, are not quite as scarce, but there is something that needs quite a few of them. And captivating treasures are captivating treasures. You can sell them for 1,000 echoes and use them for some things, but they're not exactly impossible to find. I think this time around I shall go with the apple, though. The thing I need the searing enigmas for, that can perhaps wait for my second time around. Or third. Who knows. Anyway. Fried the noxious butcher with a Hepsidorean apple. Call it the heart of the woods. Stretching the definition a bit? Maybe. But it'll make the salad more palatable and more aptly named. Ha! The butcher gives you a strange look, but accepts the apple without complaint. You heave a private sigh of relief. Maybe not the most profitable way of doing that, but oh well. At any rate, I think that's all for today. Next up, well, there's a fair few things we could be doing. We could be going up to Enperen, or down to the Crying Heights to get the stuff for that rat church. We could go back to Hermitage to drop off that stuff. We could check out the human factory. And there's all that stuff to do with the Kraken shoot, and for that matter at Crying Heights. And there's all this empty space on the map to explore. Yes, we have a lot of options of what to do, and once we figure out how to offload some more of this stuff, like the jellied eyeballs in particular, I believe those are quite valuable in some places. I mean, we gave up a judgment's egg for 9 of those and a secret. They better be valuable. But even beyond that, we've got the echoes to fund some decent voyages. We're clawing our way out of the early game. By hook or by crook. Be a bit closer to doing so if we had taken that captivating treasure and sold it in London, but some things are just more important. Including ending this episode. So until next time, I have been Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And remember, dislike the video, unsubscribe if you're for some reason unsubscribed, and leave a nasty comment in the comment section down below. Fuck you all so much for watching, and so long, suckers.